What's up, everybody? Michael Hurdle here from Raw Gameplay, where the only thing we like raw is our video gameplay. We have here Nelson from RawGameplay.com.
What's going on, everybody?
And we have here Sean from RawGameplay.com. Sean G.
The bearded one, as you can see.
That's right, Black Danny Glover.
Oh, yeah, and Black Santa Claus. Christmas in summer. That's all I got to say.
That's what we're talking about. And we were sitting here playing Super Street Fighter 4, and we were discussing about the tournament circuit on the East Coast being diminished or being looked at as a joke. The West Coast, California and those guys on that side of the land, they have tournaments on the regular, weekly, if I'm correct, Nelson?
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about that. I heard you talk about that earlier.
Yeah, definitely. It's every week with these guys. It's back to back. You have Justin Wong, you have Gutex, you have Flo. All these tournaments that they be having bi-weekly, $5,000 for the initial pot. No $500, no $100, $5,000. You have sponsors going to all these events, from Mad Catz to Samsung to even Sony.
Where are they getting this money from, though?
Honestly, it's just all the attraction that they be getting on the news. It's a very popular place. It's California, of course. A lot of money is involved and, getting attracted.
I heard the arcade scene out there is still alive. Am I right?
Definitely the arcade scene is still alive. You have 7 different cities in California. 7 that has nothing but arcades, especially Arcade Infinity, the most popular one of them all, where everyone goes to, plays tournaments on the arcade machines, and they walk out of their pockets with $2,000–$3,000.
Sean, what's your take on this whole thing? Why do you think the arcade scene on the East Coast is not as banging as the West Coast, man? Tell me what you think, man.
I think, like Nelson said, I think it's the money. These tournaments the guys come to, they're talking about, oh, they come here and sit down for what? 4 hours? 4 hours, 3 hours, and walk away with $100 and something. Come on. I mean, be for real. If you put the money in the pot, the guys will come out. Sure, they have, Sanford Kelly, and the guys are worrying about him. But you go and practice. You get beat, you go home, you come back. If you want to win the money, go home and practice. And, like Nelson said, on the West Coast, come on, man. They're killing us over here. They're killing us.
Definitely, they're killing us over there. But they got to show some respect and credibility, too. I mean, West Coast can't get everything. They can't be the most dominant, side on the United States.
Yeah, we know that's what we're trying to do. This is what Raw Gameplay is trying to do right now. It's trying to say, hey, guys, come on out. We're going to put the money in the pot for you and come and play.
So, wait a minute. So, basically, what you think? You think it's because, let's touch on this real sensitive topic. You think it's because the venues, like the E-Spot and 8 on the Break and TSG and Rod Lane and my man Deluxe with his joint up there in New Jersey. You think it's because the venues are trying to make money off of this? This is why it's not as popular? Or the East Coast is not recognized enough so we can get the sponsorship from these big companies like Mad Catz and all these other people? I mean, because that's what I'm thinking.
I think it's the money that's in the pot. What do you think, Nelson?
Honestly, I agree with you. It is the money. Not that many people want to come out just to have $500 should be spread among 3 other people.
Yes,
I don't want to go home with $250 just to spend partially of that money to go home, eat, and pay my phone bill.
Oh, that is true.
I need more money. You know what I'm saying?
You play in tournaments. I don't. We just cover them. And I see you come out. You come and you get beat. Sometimes you win. But you come back. But you're saying to yourself now, oh man, I wish this money was more. I travel over here, I do this, I do that, and I'm kind of hurt. Like I said, I don't play in tournaments, but when I see when the guys, and say, how much did you win? They're like, yeah, $100 and something, and I see the look on their face. I mean, it's like, what is that?
Yeah, it's just the dumbest reaction I have. I mean, why? All right, seriously. Why does the West Coast get all this endorsement? This is a question that we need to actually focus on. Why are they getting Samsung, one of the biggest companies in TV and electronics, getting 60-inch TVs in their arcades for have customized tournaments? Like we don't have that here on the East Coast.
Why, Mr. Hurdle? Can you please tell me why?
No, you know what I think it is? I think it's you have to put yourself out there. I think the West Coast is a little bit more recognized as more of a gaming industry. Now you got Justin Wong. Justin Wong says, screw it. I'm moving all the way out to California because there's more money out there. I could imagine, you were telling me the other day, Sanford Kelly, he will go out to California to these big events out there, and he'll come home with 10 grand in his pocket, or sometimes 5 grand in his pocket. Am I right or wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're absolutely correct on that. Sanford even said it himself. He doesn't want to waste his time with such small tournaments.
Going to the local scene, it's a waste of time. Make it worth their while so they can come out and play. And maybe we can have this big Street Fighter tournament, Madison Square Garden, you know, maybe in Jersey, something like that. Something that the guys can work up to.
Definitely, I think that too. But the venue is not the problem. It's the people and also them being scared of EMP and whoever else is out there.
FYC, all the top players. But no, don't be afraid of these dudes, man. Practice, get your practice on. Pick your top tier characters. As Sanford Kelly say, pick top tier. That's how they roll or whatever the case may be. We know here on the East Coast, we don't really... you know why we brought this topic up? Because I was looking at all the other tournament scenes. The one they had at the East spot on the 8th. They had top of the line equipment. They were giving away Mad Cast arcade sticks. They had good money involved in the pot. What, 20 people showed up? 25 people showed up? Why is that? I'm personally thinking, wow, it's going to be like at least 100 people showing up. And then I asked people, I'm like, yo, why is no one showing up to these tournaments? Deluxe had his tournament for Mother's Day. 8 people showed up. It was Mother's Day, but whatever the fact. But before Super Street Fighter 4 got launched, it was the same BS before. The most I seen in the venues that we had was 43 people. I'm thinking we're supposed to get more. I'm just curious, like, is it because they're scared? Is it the pot prize is not big enough? Is it because the travel is far? We got Velocity 17 in New Jersey. That is a good way for everybody to get out there.
That's a great place.
You know, shout out to eventhubs.com all day, eventhubs.com and shoryuken.com. Definitely got to give a shout out to that. You guys, what we have to do now, we as Raw Gameplay have to lay down a foundation to let these people, the media, the press, all these people know that we are here and they can take a chance on the East Coast. For those of you out there on the East Coast, New York, Jersey, we all got to pull together. Send us an email and let us know what your opinion is. We're not shitting on the West Coast. We love the West Coast because it's Street Fighter all day. You know what I'm saying? But we really have to now look out for the East Side because we're really dying in the tournament community. And I'm sure a lot of people can understand. We want more people to come out to these venues. We have to all pull together and stop being against each other and get this popping. Sean, you have something to say for the next monthly beatdown 13. You're going to make it interesting. You're going to represent for Raw Gameplay. Tell me what you're going to do.
What we're going to do, we're going to add an extra $500 to the pot prize. So let's say the first player wins $250. We're going to put in $250 to his and make it $500. So for first, second, and third, and also fourth, right? Yes, you will get some money. So that's what we're trying to do at the East Spot in Jersey City.
Go to rawgameplay.com. Click on the monthly beatdown 13 banner. You're going to see, I think it's Ryu doing a kick. Click on it. Look at the original Shoryuken post. It has all the information on there. Our time is so limited. But please, we need to keep the East Coast Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4, Marvel vs. Capcom, Tatsunoko, Blaze Blue, Tekken. We need to keep it alive because it's dying, and Raw Gameplay notices this, and we have to keep it alive because all our arcades over here are gone. Where's our arcades at?
Right now, we only have 3 major arcades. We have one in Queens, near where the mall is out. CF, which is in Chinatown on Mott Street, and one in Long Island. Only 3 locations.
That's it. And Velocity 17, but they're not really an arcade. They're like a fun house or whatever the case may be. They're not really the hardcore. We got 8 on a break. Did you mention that? Where they have their tournaments in like an arcade
they basically
environment.
have it in like a nice big area arcade like they do it in CF, but it's a little bit more open space, a little bit more casual. You know, they have couches and stuff like that, so it's easier to play.
And we have some real top players over here on the East Coast. So the East Coast ain't just a bunch of shitty-ass players that don't know how to play. You know what I mean? Just to wrap things up in 10 seconds, what do you have to say just to wrap things up?
Honestly, just to wrap everything up, people, don't be scared to come out. Don't be scared to fight EMP or anything else. I'm a tournament player too. I go out to these events all the time. I try. I'll lose. I'll come back. It's a learning experience. Don't be scared. Come through even if the pot is not. Come to learn. Make it better for us. We need the support, guys.
What about you, Sean? 10 seconds.
Yes, the Sanford Kelly, he can be, and I know he want competition. He don't want to come and sit there and get, and win all the time, which is good. But he want competition so we can grow from what we have, what we are doing.
Like I said, guys, go to rawgameplay.com, click on the Shoryuken, the monthly beatdown link, and you'll find out more about the monthly beatdown 13th. I'm Michael Hurdle. This is my man Nelson. That's Sean, and we're out. Later.